competitors. So we got Grixis Lures versus Bug Lures. So is the Grixis Lures deck, is that also Breach or?
Well, let's take a peek.
So Donald is on Breach. That's what who is that? Look, Skipo? Skipo? CRK's in here too. Let's go. Sean still around, or did he bounce out? What do you want Donald to do? Well, we want him to brain freeze his opponent, I'm assuming.
Okay, so Connor is not on Breach. Yeah, so
Connor's on Bug?
Yeah, he's on Bug.
Okay.
He's on like Collector Roots, Deathray Shamans, Kishless Skimmer,
Okay.
Psychic Frogs, and then like some one ofs that are not necessarily restricted would be like Assassin's Trophy, Abrupt Decay, Force of Vigor in the main. So
Okay.
that's not necessarily going to help here, unless Breach is like the win con or Fantastic card maybe. So it might help. But yeah, so we have Grixis Luris with the Breach combo.
This will be a fun matchup to watch because the oofs.
Yeah, the Oos. And Connor is the second seed, so he gets to be on the play here. So if he has an opening oof, that could definitely slow things down.
Yeah. It's like they're both going to keep 7 and just going to see a Pluto Delta pass. Looks like we got a fast start over there. From
Yeah, I saw him draw a Mana Crypt for the turn, so he already kept 7 without that Crypt in hand. Mox Ruby. We've also all seen both of these gentlemen on stream already. Did a real good job.
Here. Maybe he's going to go for a turn 1 stock up. Would be nice. Right,
just passes. He has recall in hand.
Okay.
Looks like he got a fetch.
He's going to fetch in response. Maybe go for the recall instead.
He might just recall.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Now and then we're going to have a force pitch a blue card. Pitch a skimmer.
Yep. Alright. It's like the recall does not resolve. So. Probably going to get a Undercity Sewers, I would imagine. Yep. Or a Hedge Maze, one of the two.
All right, going down to 18 after that fetch and that Force of Will. Donald's going to now 19. Going to get a little bit of surveil action off this Hedge Maze. Good thing about Skimmer is that it pitches at both Force of Will and Force of Vigor.
Yeah, it does. Let's see if he has an oof.
Yeah, if this oof resolves. Okay, Wasteland, so that there's no daze action. Oh, no 0 to follow up. Gonna have a Lorien revealed. 1 floating. Gonna go find an island of some kind.
He's got the red mana, so he probably wants to go get another underground sea.
Yeah, just another sea.
Go for the basic island. Sure up that mana base.
Alright, rolling for crit. We're going to take some damage down to 16. Of course, most folks, they usually opt for odd to take damage.
He chose to do that as well.
Plays the island so he doesn't get wastelanded.
Does look like he has a breach in hand.
Might be what we see seeing. Nope, just going to buy Luris. Special action. We see another land for Connor to follow up with the Oof. does.
Oh,
And he has a strip mine, so he could have stripped the island, but he opts to just play Oof. Next turn, I imagine that island will be strip mine. Safe on damage. Artifacts are turned off. I do see a volcanic island in hand. Gets played. Nowhere close to casting Laris right now. Get in there for 2, 14, 18. And we're going to strip the volcanic island.
Makes sense.
It does not have land follow-up, so he's going to pass. Roll for crit. Taking
Ooh.
3 down to 11.
Right.
Life totals on the die may not always necessarily be true. He's going to pass back, doesn't have any land follow-up, so we're just living how he is.
Down to 9.
Welcome to Collector Roof at Vintage.
You know, this happened to me in my game 1.
Yeah.
I just got ran over by a collector who, so.
Sometimes a 10-turn clock is just fast enough.
Sometimes it's just enough, you know?
Yeah, especially if they have a mana card to play, really helping you.
Oh, yeah, accelerating it along.
That's the real MVP of the match.
Absolutely. I know how this feels. Oof. Down to the follow-up with the frog. Ooh, okay.
I imagine.
Oh, no.
Down to 6. So I imagine if there's nothing here this turn, we're just going to go.
If he can't get rid of this frog off the battlefield, the game's over.
All right, he just passes.
Oh, he's got to do it.
No access to Fatal Push. It can't even be. Yep. It's like, are you going to take it all, or
Let's see.
is he discarding cards? He's like,
Yeah,
all right,
there it is.
I'm just going to go ahead and just discard all 3.
All right,
cool.
Sold by Oof.
All right, game 1 goes to Connor, so Don will be able to play for game 2. We'll check out our backup match. So this is the 1 seed playing the 8 seed. This match is so I believe I remember mentioning Mono Blue. So we got Stephen Lewis on Demir Control with Luris's Companion. I don't even see Luris in the Companion Zone, so it looks like it's already been used at some point or bought. And then we have Mono Blue PO.
This is the gentleman that beat me up in round 7. Demir. Kind of wasteland for that.
Is there a card deck in the top 8? Yes, there are 2 Raker Shop decks. And those are the only 2, because the Mono Blue Shops player, or Mono Blue PO, they're not playing any car at all. And then Grixis Tinker, I do not believe he's playing any car as well.
Okay.
He is not. So we have 4 different artifact decks, but there are 2 of them that are Raker Shops. And then the other 2 are, one of them's just purely artifacts with a paradoxical outcome. And of course, the match that we're showing on our main match is neither of those things.
We go and look at the decks for the main match. What do we think they're going to sideboard in against each other?
Okay, so we'll see. We have Connor. Take a look at his sideboard. So he has access to 3 Force of Vigor. Obviously not coming in here, I don't think. 3 Graph Digger's Cage.
Absolutely.
Probably comes in against the Luris opponent, I imagine. 2 Dismember, 2 Fatal Push, 2 Nihil Spellbomb, Snuff Out, and a Tabernacle of Pidril Veil. I imagine everything except for the Tabernacle is up for grabs.
No, I'd say that, I'd run
Maybe not the Snuff Out.
No, there's no creatures in the deck other than Luris, and Snuff Out doesn't target it, unfortunately. I think the bigger ones that'll come in are the Graveyard Hate,
Right.
and probably the Spell Bombs, potentially, but he's running 4 Oof, so I could see him not bringing those in because he can't activate them if he's got an Oof out as well. So one of the things that Donald's deck can do is Chain of Vapor, and he has some removal coming in out of the sideboard as well. So we'll see if what they bring in, but realistically, those Scrap Digger's Cages will get it done.
Right. And then for the Breach player, so for Donald, he's got 4 Consigned to Memories,
Okay.
3 Soul Guide Lantern,
Okay.
2 Hexing Squelcher,
Oh, I can definitely see those coming in.
a copy of Commandeer, Pyroblast, his own copy of Tabernacle of Pendlevale, Tormod Script, and an Unable to Scream.
Unable to scream will definitely come in. That'll turn an oof off. So
Right.
one of the nice things about that is if you were to turn an oof off and get rid of that oof at the same time, then the unable to scream is going to be usable by the Lurrus again. If the Grafdigger's Cage isn't out.
And cards coming out, I've got to imagine Mindbreak Trap doesn't belong in this matchup. Maybe not even like. Do you even keep Enforce Negation? Or you probably keep Enforce Negations, right?
Realistically, you don't keep Force Negation in here.
Because like you're trying to do everything on your turn.
Right.
For your combo, so you're not really worried about trying to protect yourself against the bug opponent.
Right. Is he running gifts?
He is running 3 copies of Gifts Ungiven.
Okay, so Gifts Ungiven can be played at end step, but typically you do that with a mana drain mana that you used during their turn. But
yeah, and he's running 3 copies of mana drain.
Right.
So on our main match, we have Connor Clark against Donald Lay. I'm double checking, making sure. Donald Lay. But on our main on our screen right now, while we're waiting on them to resolve mulligans in our other match, we have Stephen Lewis on Demir Control with Lurrus as a companion against Julian Jakobovitz on Mono Blue Paradoxal Outcome.
It was like he just seeking to stupid back that Force Negation.
Wow.
And that's the only card left in hand. Oh no, he's got another blue card there. So let's see if he goes for it again.
Yeah, instead of just hard casting. It's like he's going
to do it again.
Opt. He's going to pitch a Consign to Memory. Wow.
That's a good one to pitch, I think, here. Yeah, the mirror player looks like he's very much in control here.
Yeah, so this is the first versus the 8th, and then on our other screen we have second versus 7th. All right, so our main match is ready. They're going again, so we're going to go ahead and pull them up. And this is a second versus 7th seed.
Let's see.
So we see Volcanic, Urza Saga. Is that
Volcanic, Urza Saga, Braid, it's like Spell Pierce and Flusterstorm.
Okay. And then a Moxen perchance for that proxy card?
Yes. Probably either a Pearl, Jet, or Sapphire. I don't know which one it is, unfortunately. Good information to have, though, playing around the Spell Pierce and especially the Braid to not get your Lurrus, not your Lurrus, but your Oof called out there.
Yeah.
Thing. Notice that it's not a very artifact heavy hand, minus the one that he did play. So, let's see what else he has.
Just a Misty and Pass.
If I remember correctly, Donald's deck doesn't play any Scry lands, or Surveil lands, I should say. So whatever he fetches will just be a straight up land if he gets it. Volt Pass. See an Ancestral in Connor's hand. Slow roll that a little bit since he knows what's in Donald's hand.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You can move that up to the top right if you want. There you go.
Deathrise Shaman coming on in.
Plays around all the everything he has minus the Abrade. But I don't know if you want to play the Abrade on that, but definitely could move him up.
And second copy of Death Right.
That's going to be a little bit more difficult for Donald here.
Lucio player, like as in from Overwatch. I'm a huge Overwatch fan.
I'm glad you know what that is because I don't know what that is. Oh, I think Mercy.
Mercy is also an Overwatch
I
hero.
knew that name. Probably for the wrong reasons, but
I'm a Mei main myself.
never played it. It's like Dota, right?
So it's a hero-based shooter game. So like Marvel Rivals came out not too long ago.
Okay.
It's the predecessor of Marvel Rivals.
Okay.
Like Overwatch has been out since around 2016.
Okay.
It's been revamped twice, but it's been out since then.
Oh yeah. Oh, he is playing the Surveil Land. I didn't realize that that they're moved over to Surveil Lands.
Yeah, on our city servers.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This could be a little bit. See if he has the Wasteland to answer that saga.
That's Austin here, Bishop. Saga coming in on 1. And now these Deathrite Shamans are untapped, and we're able to see.
Be able to grab some mana out of both graveyards as well as deal some damage if he needs to. So, yeah, I'm just going to start with his graveyard, taking his fetch.
Time Walk.
All right, so maybe that was what I saw instead of Ancestral, but I thought he had it in there too. Donald's got a fan club in the chat.
Yeah, there's been quite a few people call out Donald.
I feel like I need to meet this man.
And Surveillant coming in, Hedge Maze. Try to figure out if we're going to leave that on top or not.
Is it good enough is the question. Fatal push
It
is
is the
denied.
fatal push.
That's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out. Especially with Conjure's getting ready to come bearing down on him.
Are you sure that was the right play?
Man, I don't know. That's a tough one.
You're speechless, yet you're 4 of our last 6 comments.
About hand movement at that. It's getting a little X-rated in the old chat here, talking about some fingers and whatnot. Well, we got mana for days here.
Certainly not short of it.
Oh, he did.
There's the recall.
Okay, he did have it.
Mental misstep. Speaking of missteps, so my one hot take, I know this is coming out of left field. My hot take for something I would want in Modern that has been printed into Modern, that I would love it to be legal there, that I think would make things so much better, would be Price of Progress. It's been kind of Price of Progress.
I think that's a little too good for Moderns, considering how much damage you take from your lands in Modern.
I think it would make everything just. Everybody would have to respect it so much more.
I don't think that would be a good idea. I'm not a Modern player anymore, but having played Tron for a long time, that would be absolutely backbreaking.
Of course, that's a hot take. That's mine.
That is very hot. I can respect it.
You can almost say that there was a price to my statement.
It may require some progress as well.
So it looks like we allowed the Ancestral to be misstepped.
Is that a duress? Or no, it's a death right.
Third death right.
Okay, third death right. Well, that graveyard's not gonna get any.
He will not be using any cards from his graveyard if he plans on trying to get Luris.
I'm a little bit more concerned about that saga still. Whew. Wish Donald would tap me like his lands. Man, what a fan club.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you got the commentators blushing now. All right, let's see what he can do with this. We got that saga up to 2. Well, obviously, he's not got another land. Man, Wastelands would have been great here, but
Good chance everybody liked Terra Saga.
we may see the saga go coast to coast.
We're going to eat both of those instants and sorceries, or both instants. And I'll lose 4 more.
Well, one of his death rights that didn't have summoning sickness got killed.
Okay.
So
unfortunately, it's a little harder to see the life totals because they need to be a little bit closer on screen. Looks like we got 16 on one side and I believe below 10 on the other.
Well, I can go grab those right quick and we can make sure that gets taken care of.
Okay. Yeah, just tell them that like it needs to be on the playmat proper. All right, there we go. Got it fixed up. Got 16-13. Untap Connor's turn. Thank you for that.
Yeah. All right, we got some life totals here. It's pretty important. The next coming turns with the saga ticking up and the death rights ticking down.
That is interesting. Like, look over there all the way on the left side, far left side. Somebody's calling out the extra hand, just chilling there.
That's AI.
It could be a foot. Who knows?
There's some long toes.
somebody
toes.
got the dogs out.
All right, Luris is in hand, which means that death right can come back, which means he at least can block and fend off some of these constructs that'll be coming his way. But it's not gonna. He's gonna need to get a bowmaster going here as well if he really wants to fend off these constructs every turn.
Right.
Got fetch down to 12. Let's see. Fetch down to 12.
I mean, so with the Deathrite Shamans in play, I mean, theoretically, there's a world where, like, I mean, it's still a 3-turn clock.
Yes, it is. Yeah, because he can deal 4 damage a turn.
Because there's been plenty of instances of sorceries either bend or cast.
Right.
This game, assuredly, like over the next couple turns, there'll be more casts.
He just can't be too hasty.
I'm trying to pop him off in case Donald just
finds a way through.
Comes in and cracks. All right, so we got Urza Saga going up to 3. Decision time of whether he wants to make a construct. And
I think he's on the construct game plan here.
All right, they're currently 3/3s, about to be 4/4s, assuming it doesn't get consigned.
Signed a couple of those today as well. Stopping either the construct trigger or the search trigger. Especially when I was playing against the card decks, I didn't want him to get a top going.
Looks like in response, we're going to go ahead and exile.
That upgrade.
Just in case a Pithy Needle comes in, I'm assuming.
That could be something. Was that in the sideboard?
That's a great question. These are all great questions. I can tell you momentarily. Looks like we're just going to grab a Black Lotus. There is no Pithy Needle in the main deck.
Okay.
Or in the sideboard at all. So playing around a card that doesn't exist, which he would have known.
Right.
So it's interesting that he decided to exile that card ahead of time.
Well, if if he was going to go for a breach here and try and get the abrade going or something like that, that's why he went ahead and ate that abrade.
Sure.
So
All right.
we're on.
Crack him for 4 down to 12. And he's going to go ahead and exile another
He's
card,
gonna
I
eat his own
imagine.
ancestral there. That's an expensive 2 damage, but we'll go through it.
Down to 8. 2-turn clock.
If he can get that lures in play, get it to stick. I think
It's
he
going to
can
be a
do
solid
this.
blocker.
Yeah. If he can gets another land too, that'll let him put the Deathrite that's in the graveyard back into play as well, and he'll have
And still have hold up the Deathrite mana.
absolutely. What do you think has been the best deck so far over the whole weekend?
Well, I wouldn't. Okay, over the weekend.
Yeah, over the weekend.
Um,
Would you
that's
just
a
say
loaded question.
It's just you can just say car. It's fine. You can say car.
So, for somebody that's watching it,
Right.
if you want longer games of Magic, usually you want Luris as a companion. That usually means they're gonna have a little bit of a longer game,
Right.
because that means they cannot.
It's better for content.
have
Yeah, it's better.
fantastic card.
Yeah, right.
But if you enjoy fast games of Magic, then like Raker Shops, Doomsday is really good to watch. Overall performance wise, like I've kind of seen all over the place.
They did have a fatal push
After binning the other one.
after binning the other one, which will also put another instant in his graveyard to eat.
Right.
So he literally just has to survive this turn.
Wow, this is going to elicit a force pitch a card, go down to 7.
Okay.
See how Connor
Now he
responds
does
to this.
have plenty of mana, so Flusterstorm is not on the table here.
Yeah, so we know in hand that he has Luris, and we don't know the other two.
Alright, so it did not resolve.
Yeah, so Needle was not available. He does not have a Needle in his 75.
Well, he can definitely just take this damage, eat. There's enough.
Yeah, just absorb
go-
this attack,
eat.
drain him on the end step,
Right.
and then drain him on his turn.
Right. So Time Walk is what he needs here. Does
Yeah,
he?
Donald's definitely he's in a spot where he has to find something on this second main phase.
There's something special when Deathrights win matches though. Like, just so special.
Card that's banned in Modern, but legal in Pioneer.
Oh, here we go. There's the Unable to Scream we talked about that he's going to bring in.
Definitely,
so definitely is going to want
to.
to respond to that by
Eating a
utilizing it.
card.
Yeah, eating a card.
So, all right, I'm going to eat your Force of Will. Take
it
2
down
more
to
from
5.
you.
Well, good news is that'll leave a blocker back for next turn.
And this also means that like Force of Will for Donald is also off the table, because the next Deathrite will put him down to 5, and then that would put him down to 4. Okay, never mind.
Nah, it'll be a 3, but
Yeah, it does slow down the race significantly.
he's in a tough spot.
All right, he's going to pass. Move to his end step at the very least.
Right. Here we go. Gonna eat a fatal push. 2 more damage, puts him to 3. Alright, this is. Here we go.
All right. We got our 0-2 toy and our Deathrite Shaman and untapping. He's just going to immediately just go ahead and go for it. Put him down to 1. Now Force of Will is off the table.
Wait, but if he has Abrupt Decay. Oh, he Abrupt Decay, and he's going to attack from.
And he counter. It can't be countered.
Right.
So he has to have exact
There it is.
removal.
There
And
it
that's
is.
going to be the match going to Connor, and he's going to move on to the semifinals. Wow, GG's
Oh,
Connor Clark taking it down with Bug Luris over Grixis Breach Luris.
even with those magic fingers that Donald had, just wasn't quite enough.
All right, so sorry to everybody that was cheering on Donald, or not so much anymore. So
Oh,
we're
wow.
gonna check up our backup match.
Wow, they turned real fast on
quick.
that, didn't they? Woo!
All right, so this match is our 1 seed versus the 8 seed. So we got Stephen Lewis against Julian Jakubowicz.
Juju Bean for anybody who knows who that is.
It's okay. I love saying the last name.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So we got Demir Control, Luris's companion against Mono Blue PO. And looking at this board, one of them looks a little bit better off than the other.
Well, I think one has a Wormcoil engine, a One Ring, a key, an Opal, and a Sapphire, along with a Landrun Academy and a workshop. I think Juju is in pretty good shape. Well, we got a Snuff Out coming on a Wormcoil engine. It's just going to break it up.
Any update on Kramer?
Oh. And you guys just really turned on Donald there at the end. I feel
Jeffrey
bad for the
Kramer
guy.
won his match. In fact, this is the last match left. And then Joe Brennan won his match. He's also moving on to the semifinals.
Oh, wow, Joe. All right. Eternal Weekend Champion. Actually, we have 2 Eternal Weekend Champions in the top 8.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Which Joe was in the 5th seed. So he'll be facing against the winner of this match. So they might just go ahead and sit down the 2-7 and the 3-6 because they're done. I'm gonna go find out if that's the case.
We got a Bowmaster on the stack with the ring.
We go find out. They're doing that.
Looks like we have a Sink into Stupor in hand. That shouldn't be too big of a deal here for Julian. 5 mana, 6 mana.
So how many more?
4 mana, sorry. Here we go. Always got some worms out there too, so yeah, double that up. Sinking the Stupor, bouncing the Bowmaster on the stack, while the ring is still on the stack as well. Do we have counter magic to go along with this? Force of Negation. Pitching a Mystical Dispute. Second, Sink into Stupor. Wow, okay. Ring is going to go. 4 cards drawn. Does have that key that he can untap with. Still has that mana left over on the workshop as well. We got a Tinker, and we're going to scoop it up. I think we have one more game left with this. So it seems like it's going to go to a game 3. Stick with us while we work through it. I don't have the deck list in front of me, sorry guys, but having played against the Demir opponent, I can't imagine him wanting to bring in too much more than what he has. He is a 2 Null Rod deck. He's got his Mind Break sided in as well. Alright, so you guys are Jeff Kramer now. I don't know who Jeff is, but why can't you guys be like Team Juju or Team Joe Brennan? Like to see underdogs win, I suppose.
That's what I figured the answer was going to be. These are, one of them's a gift for somebody else, and one of them's for me.
Yeah, where we eating?
Hmm?
Where we eating?
I think it's either Japanese place or that's right next to it. Both, I think, right over here.
Wait, where were we at yesterday?
There is the girl I remember yesterday, the one that's by the pull-out place.
Yeah, let's go there. I
All right.
appreciate you letting me commentate with you, man.
Of course, of course.
Just finished watching this on our walk up to the Japanese place.
Oh, you headed out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well,
Thank you very much. Thanks
No
for a
worries.
good time.
Yes,
Chat,
sir, yes,
you
sir.
guys be good. Don't say anything too racy in there. Don't make us blush again. But have a good time and watch some good magic.
yes,
You
sir.
guys put on a great event, and I appreciate you guys doing
Yeah,
that.
of course, of course.
Letting us play. So we're gonna go get some food, brother.
All right. Well, y'all take care.
It's good to see
Be
you again.
safe. Safe travels.
Chat, be good.
So it looks like they're going to game 3. I was checking on to see if they were going to go ahead and start the other match, and the judge has informed me that they're just going to go ahead and wait for this game to finish, and then we'll do both matches simultaneously. This is the last match left of the top 8. So we've got some mulligans going on here, it looks like. We got Underground Sea, go ahead. Or trying to see if there's anything else. Got Ancestral Recall at the upkeep. Ancestral Resolves. Now I get to actually proceed with their turn. No. Okay, so it looks like we're still gonna. Looks like we're gonna go ahead and force pitch probe on this recall, so it does not resolve. Got him going down to 19. Mock Sapphire. Mox Opal. Vexing Bobble. And pass. No lands for the Paradoxical Outcome player. Got Urza Saga coming in. Mana's being tapped for no rod. So that means that unless Shops player, unless the Paradoxical Outcome player has a response, he's not going to be able to tap his anything. Okay, Steven taking another draw, or the Saga ticks up. Wasteland coming into play, so if there is a land actually played, probably going to be taken care of. And Time Vault coming in. Or Time Walk, my apologies. Take another turn. Urza Saga takes out the 3. Does he make a construct here, or does he just float a mana? Opts to float a mana. Nope, opts to make a construct. Get search his library for artifact, mana value 0 or 1. Looks like a Black Lotus. He's pulled off to the top. Of course, here in Local and Landrun, everything that's on the reserve list is allowed to be proxied as long as the thickness of the card isn't changed. Black Lotus coming in. This is a 3/3 construct for now. See if Jillian's able to draw anything here. Does draw Black Lotus. Doesn't do anything. Passes back. Looks like we have a Force of Will that was drawn from Steven. Attack for 3. Go and pass back. Unfortunately, life total should be getting tracked on these die. It appears they've opted to not share that information with us. I'm here by myself, otherwise I would have somebody step out there and go tell them. Attack for 3 again. It's like we have Orcish Bowmasters in response to this Brainstorm. It's going to hurt. Oh, never mind. So this was a Sink into Super that got shocked in as an NDFC. And then flashing at Orcish Bowmasters at the end step. Imagine this Wasteland is just going to immediately tackle itself into the Sink into Super. It does. Coming in for 5. At single digit life total now. Passing back. I see a Wandering in hand, and that's going to be the match. Going over to Stephen Lewis with a Null Rod lock. While Juju was not able to draw any lands at all. So our top 4 is going to be Julian Jakubowicz on Mono Blue Paradoxal. Stephen Lewis on Dimir Control Luris as a companion. We have Joe Brennan on Luris Bug. We have Connor Clark, who we saw in our main match, also on Luris Bug. And then we have Jeffrey Kramer on Raker Shops. So after these folks get their decks put aside, get them put up, we'll get our matches going for the semifinals. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll try to get all this information updated. Just to be clear, one-man army, doing my best. Just bear with me as I try to get everything fixed and situated. Thank y'all. All right, folks, I'm getting the board updated. So for our main match, we got Connor Clark on Bug Luris against Jeffrey Kramer on Raker Shops. And then on our other match, and our backup match for the second place, like I said earlier, we got Joe Brennan going against Stephen Lewis. Both of them a Luris mirror. And of course, in the top 8, we get access to they get access to each other's deck list both prior to the match and during sideboarding, just not during the game proper. It's open deck list, just like it would be at a regional championship. During the top 8 only. During the Swiss rounds, that's closed. And to go over what these guys are fighting for, first place is getting a Mox Emerald and the Cola Beeson's original Landrun art painting of the playmat that you see before you. Second place will get a Library of Alexandria. And then whoever's the first eliminated gets the choice of a Tundra or a Sierra Sanctum. And then whoever is the last eliminated gets the remainder of those two of this top 4. So since Connor is second place and Jeffrey's 6th, Connor will have the option to play draw. We got our deck shuffled up, see if we can resolve some mulligans. And even though we are in the top 4, it seems that we've opted to just cut each other because we're at the Oklahoma Land Run as opposed to just shuffling each other's decks. I do see a Null Rod in Connor's opening hand. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure. All right, looks like we got to keep 7 from Connor. Jeffrey's deciding if he wants to keep 7. And I'm going to have somebody joining me. If you remember him from before, go ahead and introduce yourself, buddy.
It's Luke, aka Standy Stillman, back again. Popular demand.
They said we got to have him. You can't do this next round without him. And so we've got him in here. Looks like Jeffrey's going down to 6. So why don't you tell us about the next event you played at, since the main event didn't go so well for you?
Well, main event I was 4-2, and I opted. Well, there was a chance I prized top 16, but
If you win the next 2 rounds, right?
if I win the next 2 rounds, but I can still bubble and not be top 16 because my breakers were Anyway, but there was a charity old school event for anyone who knows about old school, 93, 94, and we had 12 people. And it was honestly the most fun I had all weekend. Because old school is just a great format. And Game HQ, one of the sponsors, donated 4 amazing prizes for the top 4. So there was a beta Red Blast and an unlimited Soul Ring, and then a Fireball and a Tear, I think. And
What'd you end up taking home?
I took the Soul Ring. I got second. I did not get first.
So you didn't get the beta.
I didn't get the
Beta
beta
Fire
rep,
Emblem?
but honestly, I'm quite happy with a Soul Ring. It's a bit crusty, but it's great. It's great.
Nice and old school.
Nice and old school. For my unsleeved anti deck.
All right, looks like Jeffrey's having to go down to 5. And Justin was talking about this whenever he was in here with me earlier. This deck does not mulligan well.
Breaker shops.
Sometimes you can have the very powerful starts, but at that point you have to have very specific cards to be able to make the 5-card hand work.
I don't know. My Raker opponents kept 7 both times, so.
So you never had to see it. Now, we did see on camera very early on where somebody had kept exactly 4 cards and still had Car pop off. They had Lotus, Car, while their opponent had Mindbreak Trap to be able to answer it, and then they had Crypt into another 0, into a Moxen. So they had Car attack for 16. And
Wait, but the Mindbreak Trap didn't.
it did. So the Car was a second spell
Oh, so it did matter.
because it was Lotus and the Car.
Always do your car second.
Always
spell.
do your Car second spell. So you play around somehow the main board Mindbreak Trap. And
Wow. Car's fine though. It's good.
Car is fantastic. It's not going anywhere.
Hey, fantastic. But
All right, we got a Probe seeing a shot, Car. Speaking of which, Mana Crypt, Key, Bauble. So this hand is
ready to go.
that's a turn 1 Car.
Jeez.
Now we do know that Connor in his bug list, he's playing Collector Roof, and that would just not help turn this hand off. I don't think. Because no, it would. It would make it to where you don't have a turn 1 Car, right? Because you would have Car in the Mana Crypt.
Yeah.
You can't tap the Crypt.
Yeah. Do we have a mox for the oof? That's the question. If we even have the oof.
Right. Because he got to keep 7.
Yeah.
And he knows what he was playing against. So that means that he kept 7 knowing that he was playing against Shop.
So I imagine he's got to have a force of will of some kind, and maybe it's an oof as well, or not.
And if I remember correctly, he's also playing a single copy of the main board Force of Vigor.
Okay.
I'll double check so that I'm not fibbing, just in case, but I'm almost certain. All right, my almost certainty was almost certainly wrong, but he does have a single copy of Assassin's Trophy, but he would still need a Moxen for that. But does have 4 Force of Wills and 3 Force Negations.
If you destroy the car in response to the crack, like the
Okay, never mind. He has Moxen for the youth anyway.
All right, he's sitting pretty then.
Sorry.
If you
that-
if you destroy the car in response to the crack, it doesn't crack, right? Like.
Correct. Yeah, because there's a trigger that says you may sacrifice it, do these things on the 4th cast. If you destroy it in response, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Collector Roof does just stop this plan altogether. So he could still see Shop in the car anyway. And then maybe you
Wow,
have
he
enough
drew a
mana.
monolith, so he was going to be able to dump out his entire hand.
Wow.
If not for the oof.
All right, does go ahead and just dump the car. If he finds another land source, if he finds another Mishra's Workshop, Grim Monolith, a 0, and the 2 1s in his hand, he could do it.
Yeah.
Even just a Soul Land could do it, I believe. Or is a 0? Does a 0 do it?
So he just needs what?
A 0
5
would do
mana.
it.
He needs a 0 or 5 mana, basically.
Yeah. So Connor's still not out of the woods yet because the Fantastic Art is resolved.
Yeah, and he can also just attack each turn, right? Like.
He can still be coming in for 4, yeah. All right, coming in for 2, tied ball game at 18 apiece. Apologies that the dice may not necessarily reflect true life totals. Do know that they're 18 apiece though. Psychic Frog
Froggy.
passes back.
Oh,
Draws Academy.
Wow. That's huge.
Wow. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit more than 2 mana. So the question is, do you slam Grim Monolith here? Okay, you slam.
I think you
Crypt.
slam Crypt and then you slam Vexing Bauble.
Sure, yeah, Vexy Bobble, and that would surely bait out the counterspell.
Yep, there's the Bauble. And Bug, I mean, Bug does seem like the choice for the car meta. I mean, it's what people have been saying.
Cannot tap it.
Cannot tap that mana crypt. Here's 3 mana. Grim Monolith. Oh, we still had one floating from the shop. No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
And
Oh
there's
my
the
god.
key.
Wow. Vroom,
The
vroom.
car would like to beep. All right, well, 4/4/4 is coming in hot.
I imagine it's best for Connor to just discard to the frog and block one of these.
Discard 3 cards.
Yeah.
Exile it. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And then you get to keep 1 card in your graveyard. Give it flying.
Vehicular manslaughter. I like that.
All right, so he's gonna take 12 down to
It's
down
just,
to 6.
how do you come back from this? though? It's
Because like you can't even. Fatal push doesn't get. Fatal push could help you because he goes
Yeah.
because he took 12. He's down to 6.
they're not copies. They're
Oh,
0
no,
mana.
never mind. Fatal push doesn't do it because you still got to get the frog flying again, and you only have 1 card left.
Right, but they're just 0 mana tokens, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if there was a single card that he could have drawn to get him out of this. Other like Time Walk could theoretically get him a card into the yard.
Yeah. Okay, so
Attacking
now
for
he's-
6.
yeah.
So he seems to think that either Ancestral or Time Walk. Ancestral could like lead you to the Time Walk. Okay, never mind. Doesn't matter. Going on to game 2. Connor takes it down game 1. Sorry, Jeffrey takes it down game 1. We're going to check out our backup match.
This is the Luris Mirror.
This is the Luris Mirror. We got Joe Brennan.
The legendary Joe Brennan, who has won the Vintage Landrun event 3 times.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Going against Stephen Lewis. We got Sultai. We got Bug going against Demir. Of course, Joe is the one that's on Sultai this go around.
Joe also Eternal Weekend winner, 2019, I believe, with Bug. Very familiar with these colors.
I remember before Shops was so popular that Esper Luris was the better way to go because you had access to Containment Priest in Lavinia.
Before Shops had its resurgence.
Yeah, and then Shops got better, and then all of a sudden the color green became much more attractive.
Well, Force of Vigor got printed. I forget when, but it wasn't. I think it was right around before. It was before Eternal Weekend 2019.
Yep. And of course, our players get access to the sideboards while they get access to the deck list while they're sideboarding. So they also get to see what their opponents are bringing in, or at least guess. So that's an Orcish Bowmaster's coming into play at the end step of Joe's turn, I'm assuming. And we got a fetch for Surveil Land.
Is that a stock up in the graveyard on the Demir side, or is that something else? It's so hard when it's foil.
Very foil.
Yeah, they're both foil, except Joe plays all alpha if it can't be found in foil. Trying to figure out what has happened in this game. There's a force negation, a misstep in the graveyard.
And there's exiled lands, so I wonder if a frog was in play at any point.
Yeah, that's good context glowing.
I see a Mind Break trap in exile as well, so it looks like Force was cast at some point. Alright, coming in for 2. Of course, our backup match seems to insist on not using our dice. This has been an issue. I've got Brainstorm.
Safe to brainstorm when your opponent doesn't have black mana +1.
finds a land. Looks like it's a
It's on underground, so you get put back.
yeah. All right. So it looks like we're keeping the card that we already had in hand plus one other card. All right, Mishra's Bauble. Look at your top card.
Who do you think's favored, Demir versus Bug?
Demir versus Bug. So I would almost guess if I didn't know who the players were, I would say Demir, because the Bug player is going to have cards that aren't necessarily for this matchup. Now, Deathray Shaman is still a cool card and still could do work in this matchup. But cards like Force of Vigor and Collector Ooze aren't necessarily.
It is a 2/2 that attacks though,
And then
blocks
Skimmer.
Bowmaster.
Skimmer is an interesting card too.
Is this a delve? Oh, it's a treasure cruise being cast, and we have a spell pierce on it.
And that spell pierce is going to resolve. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's
They're
huge.
double checking to make sure that enough cards are actually exiled.
Treasure cruise into a spell pierce.
And that
does
is
not
all.
feel good.
He's empty-handed.
Wow.
Well, if I was to tell you, looking at this board now, I'm going to guess that Sultai player is a little bit ahead of time. It
Did-
looks like,
Did he miss his bobble trigger too?
yeah. So
think
he's
he was
just going to
just-
go ahead and concede.
He was just conceding anyway.
All right, so Joe Brennan takes that game down. We're going to go and check in on our main match. It looks like they are still in the middle of sideboarding.
That's kind of wild to me. Like, I don't know what the life totals were, but Joe Brennan did not have a creature in play, and his opponent conceded.
Yeah.
Maybe just because of the card disadvantage.
Yeah, because like you're down at least 3 cards based off of what was in Joe's hand, and then if you forget your bobble trigger, that may have been more of a shame scoop than a.
Possibly. Or it's an intimidation thing. Joe can.
Joe has quite the presence.
Very nice guy, though. Very.
Don't let the lawn care fool you. All right, so Connor is up a game going into or Jeffrey's up a game. I'll get it right one time.
Car's up a game. Let's get it right. Yeah. Did we look at sideboards for them?
No, we didn't. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and look at the Bug player sideboard first. So these are the cards he has access to: 3 Force of Vigors,
Ooh.
3 Graft Digger's Cage, 2 Dismember, 2 Fatal Push, 2 Nihil Spellbomb, 1 Snuff Out, 1 Tabernacle of Pendleveil.
I kind of just think the Force of Vigors.
I think I would be inclined to agree.
I mean, I imagine he already has removal in the main deck for Flesh Raker. You don't want that much removal.
And then our Flesh Raker player has 4 Mind Break Traps, 3 Argenta Masticores, 2 Defense Grid, 2 Dismember, 2 Graft Digger's Cage, and 2 Stone Coil Serpents.
Well, I think you definitely want the Masticores. And that's 3. I think you want the Defense Grids too. That would be 5. And then
Right.
the Stone Coil Serpents are very good at blocking Frog.
So the question is, what do you take out?
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know.
Because he has a million one-ofs, and he's going to be on the draw. So I imagine Chalice of the Void is no good here. So that's at least 1 card coming out. The things that are not one-ofs, you have 4 Grim Monoliths, 4 Sensei Divining Top, 4 Fantascar, 4 One Rings, and 4 Flesh Rakers, and 4 Tezzerets. Do you trim any of those?
Do you maybe trim the One Rings, just knowing? I mean, One Ring is so good, it's really hard to imagine trimming that card, but knowing that your opponent has Bowmaster, maybe you're trimming one of those.
Sure. And then, so we have Pithing Needle as well, so that could name Frog or Deathrite Shaman if you're leaving that in the deck.
I don't think you're leaving that in, though. I don't think you need to. I don't think you're going to want to name Frog.
There's still the copy of Vexing Bauble. I imagine that still stays in though.
Yeah, you want You want to turn off their Force of Wills?
Those are the cards that I can kind of see getting trimmed, and then it's going to be up to Jeffrey's mastery of the deck to decide what other cards would come out. I see an Ancient Tomb, a One Ring.
What's that white border card?
It is a white border card. I see a Grim Monolith behind it.
So they're both on 6.
Yes, and he's trying to decide what to put back. All right, so we've resolved mulligans. Connor should be, unless Jeffrey's just went ahead and resolved his 6 before Connor resolves his.
Connor, very methodical player, also top aided last night,
Sure did.
playing Omni Alurin.
Yep.
I was talking to him about that choice, and it's interesting. You know, I think it's positioned well. You're a combo deck with Veil of Summer, so you can be quite fast, and you have, you have the pieces to just win on the spot when you have Alurin and Acer Arac in play.
I really tried my best at one point to put together in Modern the Acererak version of Alurin, where you have the 4-mana enchantment, then you get so many energy, and then you can spend any energy to cast a 3-drop from your hand, instead of just getting to do it for free all the time. So Guida Souls plus that enchantment plus Acererak is infinite, but it's still, or it's not quite infinite, because you get an energy when it enters, but you have to spend an amount. I think you just have to spend an energy per creature. So it is infinite with those 3 cards.
It's not energy per CMC?
No.
Okay. When that card came out, a lot of people were testing it out, and I really haven't seen it since.
Yeah, so because it's a card that's really hard to tutor, and it's also 4 mana. Make it being an enchantment
Primal
really
Prayers,
awkward.
Right?
That's Primal Prayers. Yeah.
We have a turn 1 Ancestral, and there's the typical joke: "Who are you targeting? Is it me?" No.
You want me, right? Me.
So I think Connor just fired that off on his main phase, or it could have been in his opponent's upkeep.
That's what it looks like. Looks like it was in the upkeep.
Yeah, because if he was on 6, no, if he did it on his turn, he'd stay at 7. So
yeah, sure. Go down to 5. Go down to 4. Cast it. Go up to 7.
yeah,
Defense
turn 1
grid.
D-grid.
Yep,
There we go.
That definitely came in.
Force check. How many does Connor have? Any consigns in his main deck? Because he has 0 in his sideboard. Maybe he just doesn't need them. All right, so we got a Force Negation on the D grid, pitching Mental Misstep. I think Mental Misstep is a card you're happy to pitch. It does counter the tops and some of the mana rocks, but
there are no consigned memories in the 75.
Wow. Okay. So we have a Lotus as a follow-up to the D grid. This is a very powerful start. Grim Monolith coming down, 1 mana floating. I imagine he sacked for purple because it doesn't matter.
Yep. Famous name. 4 or 5 mana Argenta Massacre.
Wait a minute. 3 from the.
So you spent 2 from the Ancient Tomb to cast Grim Monolith, and then you have 3.
No, it was on the Lotus. The Ancient Tomb cast the D grid. Doesn't Argenta Massacre cost 5?
It does.
So Lotus.
So 4, 5.
Lotus to cast. Yeah, I feel like we're 1 short.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we're figuring that out.
All right. Well, at least the players caught it. Connor's on top of it, so he's gonna play a 1.
He's like, "That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just gonna have protection for a turn."
Always want to count your opponent's mana.
So that means that our Underground Sea is currently tapped because it was used for an Underground Sea.
Right.
We've done a bit of rewinding. One Ring is tapped. He's going to draw a card. And then now we're officially passing back to Connor.
Your opponents aren't out to get you, but you want to keep them honest and count along with what they're doing, which can be hard in these 1 ring decks. They do get a lot of mana. So Connor's fetching out a Trop.
2 Explorers.
2 Explorers. No more of last night's shenanigans repeated, please.
Hopefully nobody decides to keep 8 in this top 8.
I have a feeling we're going to see an oof. I'm setting a prediction.
I would. You would probably have good money there. There it is.
The oof. One of my favorite creature types in all of Magic.
Oof. probably gets said more often
Now.
out of context
Oh yeah.
than any other creature type. Like, how many times do you just say the word human, right?
Yeah. Okay, so Jeffrey passed back, no land drop, no plays.
Right. All we have is Ancient Tomb in play. Grim Monolith is not untapping, and One Ring cannot be tapped. Might be on the same game plan that Connor had in his quarterfinals.
Wait a minute, I wasn't here for the quarterfinals. How many card decks were in the top 8? I got
Okay,
lost.
so that wasn't against a card deck. It was against
Well, I just meant in
Grixis
general.
Breach. There are two.
Only 2.
Two Raker Shop decks.
So only 8 cars in the top 8.
Correct. Same exact
As
number
last night.
as last night.
Wow. That it's fine. The cards
Car is fine, y'all. Don't worry. It's fine. It could be countered. It could be destroyed. Nothing's wrong with it.
Yep. Will it win again tonight? We'll see. Unsure. Was one of the card decks eliminated in the quarters already?
I believe so. I believe
Oh, wow.
it is one card deck and 3 Luris decks. It is one Raker Shops, and then we have Connor here
we
on
saw-
Buck Luris, and then we saw Joe and Steven playing the Bug Soul Type.
Right.
Soul Type versus Demir matchup.
We have not seen car on car violence in the top 8s yet.
No, we
But you saw
definitely saw it in the Swiss, and boy was it brutal.
Brutal. It's like the freeway, people going both directions. Carnage.
Have you ever seen the Living End Mirror? So that's how rough that is.
I don't think I have seen that actually.
A Living End Mirror it's something to behold, because at that point you just cast a Living End just to cause chaos.
So we have a wasteland that happened. Now we got Death Right in play.
Yeah, attacker for 2, down to 7 for Jeffrey. We seem to have assembled a decent enough board state here for Connor's side.
He's kind of just taking control of the game, I think.
It resolved.
Now imagine if that Master Core had
actually had resolved.
well, had been able to be cast. Yes.
Yeah, one more Moxen. Or if that was a shop instead of an Ancient Tomb. All right, going to exile Ancestral Recall, expensive shock. Put him down to 4.
Oh, is it 4?
Yeah.
Wow. How did that happen? The Ancient Tomb just. What did we miss? How did he take 16?
Well, so he was taking 1 every turn because of
the ring. The ring, yeah. Okay.
Well, we're going to game 3.
Right.
Meanwhile, we're going to check in on our backup match if it's still going, and it is. We got Joe Brennan. He's got a couple of frogs in play and a Deathrite Shaman.
Wow.
Okay, just kidding.
We're in time for the handshake. Oh boy.
All right, so that's Soul Type Luris taking it out over Demir Luris. Joe Brennan will be meeting whoever wins this in the finals. That's been a common theme today, let me tell you. Not every time, 80% of the time that I go over to check on the backup match, we're either just now finishing or just now starting a game. So these feature matches have been pretty good in sync.
You're getting your wish today. We don't have any long,
Nothing long
games.
Last round was getting close because I believe, or not last round, the round 8, where it was the last round of the Swiss, and I believe we had one of the last matches of the round still going on our feature match table, but they were playing for the win and in for top 8, and I believe Connor was a part of that carnage. All right, so Jeff is going to be on the play for this game. Surely car's not a problem, y'all. It's lost a game. It's lost a game.
I think from the bug side, you just have to mulligan. I mean, the problem is you can mulligan to Force of Will, but 1 might not be enough.
I see a fantastic card in the opening hand of Raker's hand. I see a Talon Gates. That's not necessarily going to help here. I see a 1 ring. I see a white bordered card of a kind. I see an ancient tomb.
We're thinking about it.
He
I
said,
think he's
"All right,
keeping.
I'm
Yeah.
keeping."
Okay, I see a DT on the other side. Ugh, lost it.
I mean, the card that you really want to see in your opening hand, if you're on the draw, it's probably got to be Force of Vigor, right?
Yeah, that could definitely
Force of
insulate
Vigor
you.
or Force of Will.
Yeah. But I think Force of Vigor is actually better, right?
I would feel much more comfortable with a Force of Vigor and a green card in my hand than I would Force of Will blue card.
Yeah.
Getting
Getting to get 2 items off the table feels a lot better than
just getting one off
Yeah.
the stack.
it's a 2 for 2 versus a 2 for 1. I like those odds. Yeah.
You know what I'm really disappointed to see, and I know chat has probably heard me say this all day. Real disappointed we didn't get a single Bizarre deck.
We didn't get any Bizarre
on
decks?
feature match at all.
That's a crime.
Um,
We didn't see any little lizards.
no Root Wallas of any kind. No blazing.
Or basking.
No basking. No hollow ones. No venge vines. It's a crime, let me tell you. No dredging either.
Usually there's one dredge in the top 8. Did that not happen?
It did not happen.
That's like a tradition.
It's almost like a rare thing, yeah.
turn 1 Ancient Tomb Grim Monolith pass. He's passing.
So he has interesting. So he was leaving himself open to just straight up getting oofed.
Wow. And he kept 7. So I mean, this hand has got to be super explosive on turn 2.
That's my guess. Because that means that he doesn't have enough zeros to make this fantastic card work.
Right. You just always want Workshop. And you'll take Ancient Tomb, but
It's no shop.
Yeah.
Wasteland on the Ancient Tomb. Hopefully he's got another land to go with it. He
I
does
bet.
have talons, but
Oh, there we go.
well, speak of the devil.
Okay,
He had a bigger plan. 5 mana, this just might, or 6
6.
mana, this just might be Masticore. It is.
Okay.
This is going to be the force bait.
So we're we're just going on slow. We're working through the counter magic.
Force pitch force. That's got to feel
Ooh.
good. That's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, that doesn't feel good on Connor's side unless you got some other plan for what's coming next. I don't know.
Thank you to whoever's pushing those dice onto the screen.
Thank you to our judges. We appreciate you. Wasteland. Oh,
Wasteland number 2.
Okay.
Thank goodness he's got this talons for another land. That's a Tezzeret.
Is Talons our only land left?
I surely hope not.
Okay.
Ancient Tomb, the sequel. Mox Tezzeret, I imagine.
Untap Grim Monolith.
Yeah, if I was a gambling man, and I play poker here and there. So,
but what are we doing after that? That's only 2 spells, and then Car would be 3. What's the other?
so what if he has another 0? Because then you untap Graham, cast Fantastic card. That's your third spell, and you have a 0.
Then we're rooming, but I don't think he has another 0.
I don't think so either.
Okay, we untap the monolith. Here, Connor wants to
All right,
respond.
respond. It's not untapped.
It's kind of odd that this pearl is being covered by Tezzeret
Tezzeret.
almost completely. Don't Force a Vigor my pearl.
Based off of Connor's reaction, that's certainly got to be what's happening here. And the fact that he got that little bit of extra secret information of the Fantastic card coming in.
Yeah, you always want to get the go-ahead from your opponents because you're giving them extra information, right, if you haven't let them pass priority back.
Yeah, because now he knows his Force of Vigor is just super, super valuable here.
So he played the car and he passed. So, I mean, we're definitely...
With talons in hand. That's all he has left.
Wow.
So what do you grab here? Is it like top?
Yeah, I think you got it because you got nothing going on. The top will let you attack for 3.
All right, we have a land come into play that's not Wasteland from Connor. Finds Black Lotus.
We still can't chain together 4 spells, though.
So that'll trigger the Tezzeret, trigger the car.
What's the Tezzeret Ultimates on 6?
7.
7. Okay.
It might be 6. I'll pull it up.
I mean that okay, he's down ticking anyway. So I was thinking like is that maybe our plan? Cuz you do get an emblem. I mean it does give you the ability to start attacking with some of your artifacts. So we've down ticked Tez and we're going to get
I imagine it has to be top, right?
what is that? Oh, he's getting Stone Coil Serpent.
Yep, because it's a 0. Or it's a 1 or less.
Well, he can make it huge right now.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6. So it's a -7 on Tezzeret's emblem. Did he activate Car?
Unclear,
It's
but I imagine
yeah.
you would. It's a free attack, so. Okay, so 4, 5, 6 mana for the snake.
It resolves. All right, coming in for 4, he did turn it on from Lotus. Going down to 15.
Yeah, the Stone Coil Serpent makes a lot of sense. Now you just look at how much power and toughness you have in play. I mean, it's kind of wild.
Yeah, so it's protection from multicolored, right?
Right. So Connor would need a Fatal Push or a Force of Vigor to deal with this snake.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I think that's his only options. It's a big snake.
Oh, he did miss the Tez tick up for
yeah,
the snake.
Yeah.
Sometimes Tezzeret, sometimes it's really hard to remember that almost every card in your deck triggers it.
Right, but we would have gotten another search next turn, right? If it was on 3.
Yeah, yeah.
That is hugely relevant.
When you're here in the semis, like you've already been playing, like this is your 10th round of Magic at this point. But mistakes can happen. Yeah, I probably would. If I was in this situation, I probably would have grabbed Sensei's Divine Top myself. That way you can really kind of like sequence your plays for Car.
But I mean, I'm telling the 6/6.
The 6/6 is pretty attractive after drawing the Lotus.
This means that a frog coming down doesn't matter at all.
Right. Yeah, because he's not going to be able to get it big enough unless he has a recall, which he would have fired off already.
But it has pro multicolor, so it can block.
Oh,
frog.
it can't be blocked. Yeah, so it can block frog, but can't. Yeah.
It can attack through it, or it can sit back and block it.
2 mana. Oof. It is oof. And we have the third Wasteland coming into play. City of Traders and Talons. So
I think you want to save the talents because you don't really need the mana right now, or you don't
think
need any
so.
of your artifacts.
all right,
I mean,
we're gonna go to
cross for
combat.
6.
Attack for 6. Imagine, wow, just takes it down the 9.
Well, you're not gonna block with the oof.
Well, so.
But you are dead next turn now unless you chump block. Okay, so you
Right.
untap the monolith with Tezzeret.
So Force of Vigor may have been telegraphed, but it could have also been a fake out telegraph.
It's sometimes in Magic you gotta bluff. I mean, you mentioned poker earlier.
Yeah, sometimes you pick up the pen and you say, "How much am I taking?"
And then you sneak
Okay,
in.
actually, hey God.
Ambush Viper.
All right, so you're attacking for all of these things. Cool. Settle the wreckage.
That's dirty. Man, these card decks, it's like you think they're behind, they're not going to come back. I mean, but like,
And then they put a 6/6 in play.
yeah, and they're threatening an attack for 9 if they have a non-creature spell. So,
Yeah, I don't think they would have I don't think it would have been a true fake. I think it would have been like an act. Their Force of Vigor would have actually popped off there.
yeah, okay. So Chad's doing what Chad does. Why did we not untap the snake with Tezzeret? I don't know, because that seems like you get to keep your Tezzeret. Then that seems far better for you.
And it would have got a counter because it's an artifact creature. It would have become a 7/7.
Oh, when you untap a creature, it gets a counter.
Yeah.
You can tell how much I've played with this card.
I so so again, being a limited player a lot. I've drafted a few Tezzerets. They're not very good in limited, let me tell you. But sometimes you get a couple of one drops in your deck, and sometimes you get a bunch of artifact creatures. And I have untapped a number of artifact creatures with Tezzeret in limited.
So then we would have had a 7/7 snake, and now we're down at Tezzeret. We drew a
Oh,
workshop.
so they're bringing up a good point. There's a world where he could have saved Tezzeret, so he could have activated tapping them. Well, no. So we had Ancient Tomb in play, and now all of this mana, all of the artifact mana couldn't. No.
Yeah, I think
I realized that at the same time chat started to call it out. Yeah, I don't think none of this artifact mana could have been activated.
so. We kind of had a snowball with Tezzeret. It could have been on 3. It could have been down ticked again.
Couple of mistakes.
Yeah.
All right. Does he find anything from the surveil land? Otherwise, it's going to be GG going to the car.
Snuff out.
Because you're at 2 life.
Wow.
And you actually don't have a swamp in play.
Right. Yeah, wow.
GG going to Jeffrey. He's going to be facing down Joe Brennan.
It's a repeat, Caden. We've got Car in the finals
Car on
again.
bug. We got a good one here.
Let me go check in with our finals players.
Okay. All right, we're gonna leave it on the screen. We'll be right back, ready for our finals match to take off. Good luck to these players. So yeah, so the sound is killed for the moment. We were just getting our bearings ready to go into the finals. Bit of a longer day. Yesterday was 12 hours. Today's 10. I've been here with y'all the whole bit of it. All right, we got our finals coming up. Joe Brennan going against Jeffrey Kramer. Luris against the Boogeyman. Breaker Shops.
Predictions?
This is Joe Brennan's 7th final of the Oklahoma Land Run of various events.
That's 7 of 7.
I don't think it's 7 of 7.
7 of 8. How many land runs? 8.
Yeah, I don't know. There may have been like multiple ones in the same events in the same weekend, but very good player, very good player. And he is going to have the option to play draw against Jeffrey.
So there was only one player who got in that did not draw. Is that right?
Correct. The rest of the top 8 drew in, I believe.
So there was one extra.
One person. Yeah, let me look at this top 8. No, so the top 8 was clean. There was one player that had to play it out. So there were 2 that technically didn't have to draw in, but one person got scooped into it because they got down paired to an X2. And then there was an X1 match that actually played it out because they would have gotten beaten out by breakers. And I believe that was Connor Clark. It was Stephen Lewis that had to play it out. And against Ash Carlton on Doomsday. And Stephen ended up getting there here on our screen.
Now that's a match I'm going to rewatch because there was a wild sequence where the Doomsday player was rolled up to win, and a long goodbye was cast on a Thassa's Oracle with 1 card in library, and the Doomsday player lost, and I couldn't believe it.
All right, I'll go ahead and run through the pricing again. So first place is playing for a Mox Emerald, which everybody has certainly heard about a number of times throughout the stream, and they get Nicola Beeson's original Land Run art painting of the playmat that you see before you. And she also did that playmat in addition to Tabernacle of Pendle Vale. Second place gets a Library of Alexandria. So whoever loses this, sorry, all you get is a Library of Alexandria. And then third and fourth place, whoever lost first got the option of Tundra or Sarah Sanctum. And then the other player got the remainder. And then fifth through eighth, whoever lost first, they got their choice of these cards, and then in this order: Savannah, Bayou, Survival of the Fittest, and a DCI foil Vampiric Tutor. And there was more prizing for 9th through 16th, more cards, but
kind of a smattering of different things.
Yeah, they range from like a null rod to like squandered resources.
That's right. There was squandered resources. We all need our squandered resources.
I think the art just has a bunch of buffaloes on. So the Oklahoma Land Run has had a tradition of having buffaloes involved in our Land Run playmats. And this was just her interpretation of the Oklahoma Land Run. The same thing with last year where the playmat was an interpretation of the Oklahoma Land Run.
We got a tornado over there. 2 tornadoes.
Right.
Well, no, just one. Joe's explaining right now how he's going to win. He's telling his opponent exactly how it's going to happen, just so he knows. We're
And,
consulting our opponent's deck list right now.
Yeah, so of course, we're open deck lists for the top 8. Not necessarily, we are not top 8 for the Swiss rounds. So both players get to look at each other's deck list. Joe has probably certainly played this matchup a number of times. And Jeffrey certainly should know this matchup because
They just played against it.
he just played against it. And of course, like Joe, such a respectable guy. Really love talking with him. Really love playing with him.
Mulliganing. So
Joe's going to 6. All right, okay. Joe's keeping 7. Jeffrey's keeping 6.
That's got to feel good. Keeping 7 on the play.
Yeah, they're making sure that they get these life totals on. Jeffrey Kramer.
How many people do we have today? Did we break the record for vintage?
Yes, we did. In fact, so Justin was in here earlier talking about how we have risen up to where we had the second most players for a vintage event in America this year.
Second to Eternal Weekend.
Second to Eternal Weekend.
That's huge.
We passed the NYC. We passed, obviously, we passed Buffalo Chicken Dip. Not to necessarily say anything. We had a lot of players. And then yesterday for Legacy, wow, 178. And then for our team event, which was Modern Legacy Vintage, we had 58 teams.
That's a lot of people.
Almost double what we had the previous year. We had about 33 last year.
Only 33?
I believe it was only 30. It may have been a little over 33. I want to say that's right around the numbers we were at. I believe there was another event going on. I want to say there was a Warhammer event going on at Game HQ that was causing the space to be so tight. And I believe that's why Game HQ went out of their way to go ahead and decide to go into this conference center. And wow, what a great decision it was, because we have plenty of space and we needed it. We needed almost every single table in there for the Legacy event and for the team event.
And this Landrun has grown from basically the first year. I mean, I think it only had 20 people, right? 40.
There wasn't very many folks. There was, yeah, you could have counted, on a couple of people's hands and toes. And it's grown every year. It's a great event.
This is my 5th year, I think. 5th or 6th. Can't quite remember.
That's really close to what my number is. I've been coming since about 2022. So that would be 4 years for me. And then we also have another event that's really tied to this that's run by Red Dirt Gaming as well. It's called the Sooner Sorcerer State Championship that's run in January. That's just straight up a team event. And that the formats usually change year by year what games are going to be played. All right, so game 1, so we got Gataxian Pro coming off. We see City of Traders, One Ring, Manifold Key, Grim Monolith, and what's this other card?
I was just going to ask you that. Is that one of those Kaladesh cards?
We're gonna have to look. We're gonna have to look at a deck list, huh? So we can get to the bottom of this. It's not.
Misty Rainforest to follow, and I think that's a pass to the turn. Mystic Forge. Thank you, chap.
Yeah, you're so right. Yeah, that's the Brothers War art version of.
The schematic.
Yeah. City of Traders turn 1 into Grim Monolith. I'm assuming it is.
Does that result? We got a fetch and response, maybe a Spell Pierce.
And it looks like our judges have decided that they're just going to go ahead and keep track of life totals on the dice. Thank you to the judges making sure that things are taken care of. Or it could just be a player there standing by. Whoever it is, thank you.
It's Caden. He's actually running to the table in between.
Yeah. So it's me. I see the life total happen on the table. I've lost 20 pounds since the event has started.
He's fast. I mean, I can't even see him go.
Forget the sweat,
So
even though it's humid.
So we're surveilling.
So it's not a spell pierce.
Is it? I think it's in response to the monolith. We're just. We
Yeah,
want
it's
some
either in
information.
response. Yeah, it's got to be in response to this monolith. I've got it.
Yeah.
Bends a force of will.
That's such a statement right there. I mean, that's.
I would be red flags would be waving if my opponent bends a force of will. And so Grim Monolith resolves, plays a key.
We've got to have a force of vigor. Is there a force of vigor in the main deck?
It's a great question. These are all great questions.
I mean, he can just be waiting for the payoff. He doesn't need to fight the mana if he's got an oof in hand already, right? He doesn't even really care about the One Ring if he already has oof in play or oof.
There are no Force of Vigors in play. Oh, nope. There is exactly one copy
and
of Force of Vigor in the main deck.
I wouldn't put it past him to have it in his opening 7 right there. But at the same time, you can force the payoff and just play your oof next turn.
Right. All right. So we wash away the mana we spent.
Chalice on 0.
Chalice on 0. Well, he tapped the Grim Monolith. So this would have been for 1 or 2.
Wow.
Somebody's asking, does Joe play Vintage on Moto? I'm not sure.
I don't believe he does very often, if at all. Okay,
Right.
so that was a chalice for 2 because we
just passed immediately. Yeah, it's a force negation pitching a green card. Pitching the skimmer, the green blue card.
And Joe just passed back. Wow. So he kept a 1-lander. He was surveilling for a land, I think. That's why we saw the force will go to the graveyard. So tap City of Traders, play Mishra's Workshop.
5 mana available. Mystic Forge coming in, gonna have 1 mana floating. Or could be the One Ring. He's got choices. It is gonna be Mystic Forge.
Does this resolve? Wow, this is huge. No second land.
Yeah, missing that second land drop's really tough. And that's with a keep 7. So that means his hand must be full of permission.
Yeah, this has got to be another Force Will coming. Okay, Force Will pitching another skimmer. So we had 2 skimmers. And now we can play the One Ring, right? Did we have a mana floating?
So we have 1 mana floating to untap the Grim Monolith, but then we only have 3 mana to cast.
Okay, Joe found the land. He can't be quicker. Look at him going for the... Look at him.
The judge is like, you need to actually have the land in play. No, he could not possibly slam it any faster. So even if he draws a land here, he draws a Sensei's Divining Top.
And that's the risk you have to take, right? This is really high level Magic, and he kept a hand that was super strong, right? That most people are going to keep anyways, but he knows he's going to find the land eventually, right? You're going to counter. Yeah. You're going to counter the 2 biggest payoffs.
Backup Frog draws another land for turn. Wow. What a sequence of hands. So he had double force and bend a force. Oh,
double blue card, had the oof, 1-lander.
Attacking for 3.
And he had the surveil, right? He was able to
surveil. Yeah, he had their surveil. Yeah, I think it was a smart keep.
Yeah.
Draws another land, skimmer. Going to jump the frog so he just draw a card immediately.
Are we in fast motion right now?
He's just firing off.
I mean, I feel like we're in fast forward. It's going so fast on the right side, but on the left side it's normal.
He said, I know how this matchup goes. I know how I win this matchup. I've already won. I'm just going to play it as fast as possible. Okay, and the One Ring coming in.
We're playing the One Ring to fog for a turn.
Yep.
Okay, we've slowed down a little bit on Joe's side.
Mox discarded it, put a counter on it. Exile 3 cards, draw a card. Because of the skimmer.
Pass.
And pass. Draws a man. It looks like a mana crypt.
Not something you want to draw at this point. I'm not sure what he could draw at this point. I mean,
it looks like he has a Talons at hand.
But we've got 2 oofs in play.
Yeah.
Did one of those just sneak in there? I thought, when did the second oof come in?
He cast that on like 2 turns ago.
Okay, so we're Talon Gatesing one of the oofs, but this is kind of
irrelevant. It was a turn right before the One Ring came into play. And Sensei's Divining Top, go ahead. All right, coming in for 6. 2, 4, 6, 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, is a skimmer? It's not 3 power, is it?
No, it's not. I just feel like we're gonna see some card pitch, but you're right. It was 8.
It's at least 8, if not more cards getting thrown away. There might be 2 discards here. Just go ahead and exile 3.
What did I say? 9 damage coming across. Look at that. Yeah, I guess okay. So he could be holding cards to draw a card, but yeah, that is. We got one more turn here from the shops player. That's a 1 ring, so that's another fog. And he has the force anyways. He had triple force plus the one he pitched. I mean, one of them was a force negation, but wow. This is sometimes when I watch Joe Brennan play Magic, it's kind of unreal. But he does lose. He can lose. He got second last year for the vintage.
Right. All right. Well, that was game 1 going over to Joe. And Jeffrey Kramer is going to be on the play here. So what do we think he's going to be bringing in?
So what's he got? Wait, we did his sideboard last. So he's got the Master Course. He's got Dismember. He brought in the snakes. So I feel like he's probably just going to bring in the same things that he did last round. And I'm not sure, but Joe might have a very similar list to Connor. We'll get that.
All right, so we'll go ahead and look at Joe's list first. So he's got 3 Force of Vigors, 3 Graft Digger's Cage, 2 Dismember, 2 Fatal Push, 2 Nihil Spellbomb, a Snuff Out, and a Tabernacle at Tender Lil. I almost want to say that's like
exactly
the exact same 15.
They are good friends, so it's possible that,
they worked on this together.
Yeah, so I think we're just bringing in 3 Force Vigor.
And then for Jeffrey,
we do have thank you, chat. We do have the D grids as well, so those would definitely be coming in.
4 Mind Break Trap, 3 Argentum Mastercore, 2 Defense Grid, 2 Dismember, 2 Graft Digger's Cage, and 2 Stone Coil Serpents.
How many?
We saw him bring,
How many is that? So 2 Stone Coils.
He brought in the Stone Coils, and he brought in the Defense Grids last match, and he brought in the Argentum Mastercores. At least some number of each of those.
7 cards if he brought in all of them.
If he brings in all of those, what is it? So Chalice comes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you trimming any number of 1 rings?
Does he have Karn?
He has Karn, so he has a Karn board.
I feel like
so there's a world where he leaves in 1 of each of those, and then brings in some number of each.
But Karn's not really good against Joe. I think you take.
No, you take out Karn.
Yeah.
You take out Chalice. Pithy Needle certainly doesn't belong here.
Yeah, maybe Mystic Forge. I mean, it's not the best.
Right, because like that, it's a 4 mana
worst 1 ring
hindrance against Collector Roof because it doesn't give you protection.
Yeah, it does let you cast the spells still, but you can't clear a card.
Right. I'm not sure how many other cards
he could cut. I mean, we've named what, 4?
Yeah, so that's 7 cards he would want to bring in.
Maybe he's not bringing in. I mean, he's got to bring in all the Master Cores, but maybe he's only bringing in 1 Stone Coil because he can tutor for it with the Tezzeret.
Yeah.
So Jeffrey's from the Kansas City scene. Well, that's good to know. We're shuffling up for game 2 of the finals here at the Landrun in Oklahoma. Jeffrey, the car boogeyman, is on the play. And Joe Brennan, the
man, the myth,
the legend. He's won this event so many times. Sometimes he just lets other people win.
Do you think there could have been like a sideways handshake before this game got set? And he's like, listen, I've already done this a couple of times. Why don't you just go and take it? And I'm going to go and win on camera, but why don't you just go and take it now? But
yeah, I could see it.
All right. Let's see how Jeffrey decided to sideboard. See if he can keep 7 this time. He had to mulligan a number of times last match. 2.
We're counting.
It looks like we're counting our cards face down on the table. Don't want to repeat of yesterday. Okay, we have a shop in the opening hand and a ancient tomb. I think I saw Masticore, a Mock Sapphire. I mean, and a Fleshraker.
This is a good hand.
This looks like a sneaper without even seeing the other couple of cards.
Do we have the mana to cast the Flesh Rake, or do we have another?
We have City of Traders
we
plus
have
a Mox.
Okay. Not really. You don't really want to play the City of Traders turn 1 though. So
No. So it's either you could have Fleshraker turn 1, or you could go with if he had another Moxen. I don't know if he did or not. Looks like he's going to go and lead off shop.
we're both keeping 7. We love that. Oh, turn 1 Vexing Bubble. How's
Oh.
that? Love that card. Only when it's on my side.
If you Grim Monolith.
So the Bobble resolved. Wow.
So that means his Moxen's not getting cast.
Yeah. Why did we?
Cast the Mox first.
Yeah. Do we have Car? Are we holding it?
No, he has Argenta Masticore in hand.
Oh, but okay.
Unless that can't be Car, right?
If it's Argenta Massacre, it makes sense. You want to keep the Mox for the discard. Huh.
I'm unsure. All right, casting out Fleshraker. Makes sense.
I mean, now you can't get value from this Sapphire, even if you wanted to. Okay, so he's just going to hold it. All right. I'm really curious what Joe has. He chose not to force the Bobble if he does even have force.
Turn 1.
Dismember? Okay.
Which member?
Dismember. We're going to get it. We're going to get our flow. You'll be Cedric. I'm going to be Patrick.
Okay.
Here's City of Traders. 5 mana. Masticore. Stonecoil Serpent. So he's got to be bringing in both of them.
Right.
He's definitely valuing that card highly in this matchup.
That is a car. I see a car in the hand.
Okay. So we have the
Collector
oof. All right.
So Bobble's not getting sacrificed anymore. So free spells are off the table.
Yep. That Bobble's in play forever, probably. You can't force a Vigorite until you get
No, you can't. You have to have 4 mana to force a Vigorite. That is a card that's in hand though. So and a 0-drop. So we might be in a world where you just start sandbagging cards, right? Until the card can get up to 4 spells.
Yeah, he could play the card this turn. Just wait, see what he draws. He's attacking for 5 every turn.
2 mana, casting something.
Is that a Dismember? Looks like it.
That member?
Dismember.
What's interesting is that I don't even know if this Dismember is correct. Like, I would have held it just in case for something else. I mean, maybe.
Well, what are you holding for? A frog?
That's what I would have held it for.
Or remember the frog? I mean, it's just like it can't even attack if he holds back the snake.
Well, so I mean, so if he attacks with a snake, yeah, you're right. Interesting. I don't know.
So we're down to 1 card in hand, but cards in play, and we still have the Sapphire's the card.
Yeah, Sapphire is the exact card in hand. Another Misty Rainforest for Joe. So we've seen situations like this, where the bug player seems to be on the back foot from the Raker Shots player, and I've seen multiple bug players be able to bounce back out of situations like this. Now, this situation does look a little more dire, but Joe could also have Fatal Push and have access to other things.
What is he casting right now? What is that?
Is that Sensei's Divining Top?
I've never seen that art. Huh. Help us out, chat, if you know what that card is. Is it maybe a Manifold Key?
No, it's 3 words. I'm almost certain that's Sensei's Divining Top. It's just a really weird art. Or a different art.
It's top. Wow. Okay.
Turns
Never
on
s-
the card,
never
attacks
seen
for
it.
9.
This is a tough spot for Joe.
And he's at 10, so he can't even fetch if he just takes this attack.
He's fetching.
Okay, just kidding.
So Bowmaster does block here if he kept them in, which I imagine he kept some number in.
Right.
It blocks the stone coil, or the army does. And we're surveilling.
Surveilling. Just one black source. All of the green. Or all of the blue, I mean.
If we have snuff out, I mean, maybe we just picked it up, but that can hit
The stone coil.
yeah.
Bends a force of will. Abrupt decay on fantastic. Card.
Wow, so that's a main deck abrupt decay.
Taking 5 down to 5 or down to 4 because you fetched. All right, can Joe answer the Stone Coil engine in this turn? And Sensei's Divining Top is turned on now because Collector was at play. Wastelands. Another oof. Just kidding. You better spend your top now.
That is a blocker.
Talon, land, another car.
Talent.
I've got to imagine that you want to draw a car, right? And put talent, or draw the talent, put it in your hand.
I think you want to. Well, if you drew,
Because you want top in your deck.
But what if you drew the car, and then you draw the top for turn? Oh no, you don't. You want to wait.
Okay,
a turn.
just blink the oof.
Right, because then there's no blocker.
All right, going to game 3.
We're tied up.
Joe is on the play.
That is huge. That is very huge in this format. Maybe more so than any other format.
Yeah, I can only think. I mean, there's a couple of formats where like being on the draw isn't as much backbreak. Vintage is the epitome of like what a crazy example of being on the play where the draw really matters.
Some might say it's a turn 1 format.
Some might say. So how big of a limited guy are you?
Well, I wasn't much. I didn't really play any limited until I got on Arena in December. So what is it, 8 months ago? And I started playing limited. And you know what? I don't hate it like I used to.
You used to hate it?
I used to avoid it like the plague.
See, I've been kind of quite the opposite. I'm in love with the form. I'm in love with limited.
Even all these Universes Beyond limited sets.
So Spider-Man's like the exception. I haven't done very much of this Marvel set. And that's just solely because of lack of money. But like Dragonstorm or like Strixhaven, those sets were fantastic to just draft all the time. Either go to local F&M or play on Arena. I can't tell you how many hours I put in on Strixhaven.
I really enjoyed Secrets of Strixhaven because as a person who doesn't like playing creatures and having to do combat math, which is why I did not like limited at all. And I mean, I've gotten over that a bit, but Strixhaven was a set where you could play decks that had
Didn't worry about combat.
Yeah, I mean, I played
it's
some
like-
decks where I didn't play a single creature.
Lord Eclipse was the complete opposite of that.
Yeah, yeah.
But I put in enough hours of Secrets of Strixhaven that Cincinnati, I don't know if I told you about this yet. So they whenever I was there for the regional championship, didn't do so well in the regional championship.
Standard, right.
Took Golgari for standard, and so I didn't make day 2 at all. So I played in the limited championship qualifier on Sunday, and managed to get top 4.
Wow.
So I've qualified for the limited championship,
Which
which
is
is
next
happen
year.
next year.
And
Where
which
it
is-
is, don't know.
We
When
don't
it
know
is,
yet.
don't know.
But you can qualify for those on Arena as well.
You can.
Right.
And the local friends that I have here that have tried playing and tried qualifying through those events,
It's hard.
they say it's the hardest arena event that they've ever played because everyone comes out of the woodworks for those, and it's always the hard players.
And it's the top players.
And it's almost like Arena is like extra punishing in its algorithm. They say it's not, but it's definitely more punishing than just regular old Premier Draft.
And the monthly qualifiers for the Arena Championship. Okay, last month I was able to make day 2 of that. Guess who my opponents were day 2 off the bat? Nathan Stoyer, world champion, Pro Tour winner, Nathan Stoyer. I did lose. And Michael DB Plummer.
Wow.
Yeah, another Pro Tour winner. Those were my 2 losses day 2. Can't feel too bad about that.
That's not too bad. So we got turn 1, Tezzeret coming from Jeffrey. We'll continue the conversation maybe here in a sec.
Joe had a Deathrite Shaman to start.
Yeah, Tropical Island, Deathrite Shaman, and then we got Ancient Tomb into Monolith. It's Tezzeret, untapped Monolith.
Ooh, play a
Fleshraker.
Fleshraker. And Joe is just letting all of this
I'm
go.
sure if he had a counter spell, it would have countered any of the other 2 spells previously. If I was a vet man.
I feel like we're going to see an oof here, though. Yep.
There's an oof. Doesn't stop the Fleshraker tokens because they're not artifacts.
Right. That is this deck's primary way around oof being in play is spawns.
We have plenty of land. We have at least 2 lands in hand. City of Traders coming in. Save some life total. 4 mana. Mystic. It looks like Stonecool Serpent. It is for 4. Trigger the Fleshraker. Joe should be taking 2 here.
Trigger the Tezzeret.
And Tezzeret should get a counter. Assuming that he remembers his triggers correctly. It looks like Joe already at least notated something. The die hasn't been changed. Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Yeah. And I don't think we got the
He
Tezzeret.
only triggered once. Okay, so he didn't count the Stone Cold.
I will say that a lot of my Raker opponents today do not know that colorless creatures coming in. Well, they don't count
They don't count anything other than the spawns.
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like they've notated the attack down to 17. Yeah, very common misplay. So whenever I was playing Modern last year, I played a bit of Brood Scales, and that was like a common thing that I had to keep track of, especially with like Walking Ballistas. They trigger your Fleshrakers.
Wait a minute. Did the Fleshraker attack?
It looks like it did attack, and
How is it
untapped?
untapped? But how did it?
Oh, because Tezzeret just untaps a creature or an artifact.
Oh, creature or artifact?
Yeah, and if it's an
Oh.
artifact creature, put a 1/1 counter on it.
You know these things. I didn't know it could untap non-artifact creatures.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So that's why it's like okay unlimited. Okay and Edge of Eternity limited. It basically gives a creature vigilance.
Second Fleshraker coming down. And again, he was willing to trade the Fleshraker for the oof, but Joe did not take the trade.
Right.
Knowing even that he had a second oof, that's kind of interesting. What is on the stack right now?
Second Fleshbreaker. Trigger, put a guy
Well,
into play. So there should be 1 damage coming in and then another damage coming in. So should be taking 2 more. Down to 13, if my math is right. And then attacking for 4 instead of 2. Okay, maybe not. Trying to figure out how he wants to do this. Okay, so he's apparently only at 16. I don't know how. It seems to be a lot of mistriggers here. I won't lie.
We changed the dice on the Stonecoil Serpent.
So what happened? So that means that he untapped it before he went to attack, and
Because
it puts
he-
another counter.
Okay, because he didn't want the oofs to be able to trade for it.
Sure, yeah.
But
So now he would have to put all 3 in front in order to kill it. Looks like we're trying to figure out what's going on here. All right, so if he takes his attack going down to 11, should be 9, or actually, should be 8. Should be 8. A lot of missed Fleshraker triggers. All right, fetch you down to 10, should be 7.
I feel like Joe is in a hard spot here. He's got to answer the Stonecoil Serpent. He's gonna die to the Flesh Rakers, even with Jeffrey missing some of his triggers.
Right.
The oofs are not really doing much at this point.
No.
And now we have a
Psychic
Psychic
Frog. That's an okay blocker, but not against a Stone Coil. And he can't even block it, right? Because that's protection.
What about double Psychic Frog? This is the end of a very long day. We know that. We're just gonna call out what's going on regardless.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of who's in what seat, I have been very frank over the course of I'm also have been here for 22 hours, so
We didn't let you go home.
I,
did we?
I'm still able to catch these things.
Okay, so Mox Ruby came down. Are we resolving the spawn triggers?
I'm guessing, and each token would deal 2 damage.
Yeah, that would have been.
And it would be 4 total. Should be going to 6 here. Okay. Apparently, we were just not doing the damage from Fleshraker at all.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm not going to lie. That is really hard to ignore. As much as you want to give somebody a break.
Okay, so we had a Force of Vigor, and it's hitting the Stone Coil and the Ruby.
So that's 7 damage miss. So that he would be at 3.
Yeah, that's rough. I wonder if Jeffrey's going to watch this later and just be
Absolutely like bewildered. Yeah, and Tez could tutor something, search another 0, and put in 4 more tokens, and he would be dead. So Jeffrey would have already won.
wow. It is a very long day. You know, Jeffrey did work his way here.
If these Fleshraker triggers get remembered, he's in a really good spot.
Yeah, because we have options still. But these 2 Psychic Frogs are now active. I mean, Jeffrey's at 16, so he's got some time.
All right, we're exiling some cards from something.
Yeah, the Psychic Frogs
frog.
are flying. And only one of them's coming across.
The Oof. Well, I'm surprised the Oof is attacking because he has so many Fleshraker tokens. I'm imagining he just chump block here, right?
Yeah, but you got to work through the tokens somehow, right? Because you can't keep flying the frogs.
And I'm assuming he's attacking Tezzeret here. Takes 1, and he still gets to draw a card because Psychic Frog's a fair card.
Very fair card. Bandedlings.
Okay, just kidding. I guess he's forgetting his draw trigger.
No, I think I
Or
saw
maybe,
it.
or maybe he's opting to. Oh, he did draw. Okay.
I think he drew a card. Yeah.
Okay.
Joe knows his way around a Psychic Frog.
Looks like Joe went down to 8 from something. I'm unsure what from.
I think there was a fetch. I think he fetched because he wanted to.
We do have a 1-ring drawn here, but
Doesn't do anything. Really, the fog.
so so it would put 2 dudes into play and deal 4 damage.
So we're sacking the Tezzeret now.
So if he remembers his triggers, if he goes and grabs a 0 drop, he should have lethal here, because the tokens are not affected by Collector Roof.
Well,
So he goes and grabs a 0, casts a 0, triggered both Fleshrakers, put 2 dudes in play. Each dude will deal 2 damage apiece, put him down to 4,
Yeah.
and then cast a 1-ring,
Oh.
and that would put 2 more dudes in play, deal 4 to him, and should be lethal.
Okay.
So he just needs to grab a 0 drop. According to this board, he should have lethal. Jeffrey should have this win. Grabs a Stone Coil Serpent. Hopefully he's not grabbing that to cast for actual mana. And just keep grabbing it to cast for 0.
I mean, we even have enough mana to make the Stone Coil Serpent a 1/1 and play the 1-ring, right?
Correct. Yeah, if somehow, some way, if the Fleshraker is killed in response to all this, with like Snuff Out perhaps. But if Snuff Out would put him down to 4, it would still be tough. All right, Ancient Tomb, tapping down.
Oh boy, we're making a big Stone Coil Serpent.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
So this would still put Joe down to 2, because the tokens trigger shoot him for 2 apiece, and then the Stone Coil Serpent would also shoot him for 2. So if he
He's
remembers,
pointing at the flesh rakers.
surely he's scratching his head, remembering. Appears that mistakes have been made.
He also just tapped 2 ancient tombs, so he's at 12. I think he realizing now, perhaps,
That he's been missing these this whole time.
That's got to feel really bad.
I think he's trying to do the math of how much damage Joe should be taking here. The math is that he should be taking 6. 2 apiece from the tokens, and then 2 from the Stone Coil. And what's crazy is that the Stone Coil, if he had cast it for 0, would have still entered and then died immediately to state based, but it would have dealt 2 more from the tokens as well. So just casting it 4/0 would have had the exact same effect.
Joe's at 2, so he took 6, so that was correct.
So he did do the correct math. Had he
Okay.
cast it for 0, the same math would have happened.
And if he
And
cast it for 1 and then played the 1 ring,
Right.
we'd be done.
Yeah, 0 or 1, and yeah, it's unfortunate. So Joe gets another turn to draw some removal spell. If he was to kill a Flesh Raker here,
He could potentially survive.
he
if we
would
have-
survive another turn.
If we have another colorless,
1, 2, or 3 drop, or 0. You know that Joe is probably just really happy that there's at least 7 damage missed.
or more.
7 that I can count.
So he's trying to think, how can he get... I mean, he needs to deal 12 damage, right?
Yeah, so you can, and he doesn't even have enough to jump these frogs.
Because we've got 2 spawns in play.
Yeah, even with the mistakes that have been made, Flesh Raker still might win this game just because of how powerful the card is. And Joe's deck is built specifically probably to beat this deck, and probably can't get out of this. He could gain some life by exiling the other Stone Coil Serpent that's in the graveyard,
Okay.
right? And that would put him up to 4. But then he would need a removal spell to kill the Flesh Raker. Yeah, Dismember's offline, Snuff Out's offline.
So it's really Fatal Push is what we have.
Fatal Push is like your exact play, but you need something to die.
Right.
Not exact. Okay, we have a Wasteland, so that would trigger the Revolt.
And
We have Abrupt Decay to kill a Flesh Raker. Okay, well,
and he's passing?
He's passing. I'm imagining. So now he has a total of 4 life available to him over the course of 2 turns if Jeffrey doesn't draw something here. All right, so we're sacking some creatures. Casting Sensei's Divining Top. This should trigger the Flesh Rigger. Deal 1, put him to 1. Okay, we have notated. Okay, it looks like he's just drawn out of it. Okay, so he should remember. Okay, so now Joe should be able to just exile a creature.
What
He's-
was Joe at? He was at...
He's at 1 now, so
What
he
was
should
he
be able
at
to just
before?
exile a creature and go up to 3. So he was at 2 at the beginning of this turn. So
But he would have been taking 2. Each colorless spell is
would
2
have been
damage.
doing 2, but he killed the Flesh Raker.
Right.
So now he's just taking 1 per
Right.
thing coming in.
Okay.
He just went ahead and conceded. Okay. The 1 ring does it.
See, folks, you don't always have to make the most optimal plays. Sometimes the cards will kind of just carry you there. But
But
congratulations.
congratulations, Jeffrey Kramer. Even through the 7 missed damage, Joe loses out at 25 life, or 27 life. Congratulations, Jeffrey. Yeah, really glad that he didn't lose because this would have been an earned win. But it's up to you to remember your stuff. Good for him. But Joe Brennan, 2nd place.
Second year.
Sorry, you only get a Library of Alexandria. And congratulations, Jeffrey, taking a Mox Emerald home. Yeah, thank you guys for being here with us. This has been a great event. Ready to the next big event. What's the next big event?
Eternal Weekend.
Eternal Weekend.
And it's at your favorite time, Halloween.
Sure is. the last time that I played a really fun Halloween event, I want to say it would have been Wilds of Eldre in Las Vegas, MagicCon Pro Tour qualifier. That was really fun. Played against Matt Nass during that. Anyways, thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for stopping in. Congratulations again, Jeffrey Kramer, taking it down. This is going to be it for us, y'all.
Wait a minute. Was that the second car deck to win an event this weekend?
Back to back. We got to bring it up. Fantastic car. Takes down Legacy. Takes down Vintage.
What about trios? I don't even know. What happened in trios? Was it car?
I went home, so I didn't stay because I actually played in the team event, and then I didn't do well in the team event because my whole team decided to play dredge.
Did we
we all
stream?
played dredge.
We streamed the team event though.
Yeah, so we could go back and look. Somebody says there was car Raker shops in the one of the seats.
Wow. Well, Triple Crown to the car, but it's all right. It's all right.
Fantastic car is fine, y'all. It's fantastic. Get it in. And there's that painting that he just now won.
Original
Congratulations, Jeffrey. Beautiful painting. And he also gets a Mox Emerald.
So fantastic car.
Fantastic car for the win all 3 days.
The formats are absorbing it. We're adjusting. It's all good. It's all good here.
Nothing will happen on the next announcement. Surely no emergency announcement needed here. All right. Again, thank you all for coming in. My name's Caden Ford from Oklahoma.
And I'm Luke Tooker from California.
And we got everyone from all over. We had New York, we had Indiana, we had North Carolina, South Carolina, we had some Virginias, we had some Kansas. We had some people from all over. It was great. What a great event. And y'all, if you couldn't make it this year, you should really do your best to make it next year. It'll be in the summer. It'll be humid outside. I promise you. It's Oklahoma. And there might even be a tornado come through. Don't worry. But feel free. Come hang out with us. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. And y'all stay hydrated. Stay cool.
Bye now.